Hey, happy KOTG Tuesday.
Hey,
Beautiful Tuesday night across the United States of America. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
hey, Nate made it on. What's up, man?
What's up, boys and girls?
There he is. Hey, shout out to the chat. Looks like Alex Carney came in first, but his wife already scolded him for not welcoming the ladies to the chat as well.
You know that they're there, especially him. You know that the ladies are in the chat, and especially he should.
Sounds to me like she wears the pants in that relationship.
And if you talk to Drunk Long Guy and myself,
hey man, happy wife, happy life, right?
Speaking of pants, Drunk Long Guy's coming in with no pants.
That's what I'm saying. He's got no pants. I said shoot on it.
I think Olee was coming in with no pants. I think it's the no pants Zoom call, man.
Olee made the full out confession that he never wears pants during the show.
82 shows in boxers only.
Prove it.
I love it.
Well, he came close to proving it the first time we had Pro Pete on when he was wearing nothing under his Pro Pete jacket.
Yep.
He stood up, took his shirt off.
That's awesome.
Man, this is a nipple up show.
Thank God.
I like it.
All right. Well, welcome everybody in the chat and to our guests. We'll get to you guys in just 1 second. But before we start this awesome live cast tonight, we always have to grab a glass and we keep off the grass. Anybody drinking anything good? I don't see anybody even drinking anything, man.
Oh man. Well, because I can't use the green screen tonight because I'm wearing a green shirt, right? So I don't have my whole table and everything here, but you probably can't see it. I got the uncut, unfiltered smoke wagon this evening.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go.
It's tasty. It's a nice freshie. Just cracked it open. So
I think Nate's got a little bit of my Mountain Dew over there.
Yeah, this goddamn town doesn't have any good beer at the hotels or anything. I don't know about that. So
see, now you know why I just stuck with Mountain Dew, because it's pretty much in every city wherever I go. So it just works out that way.
Where are you this week, Nate?
I'm in Kansas City right now.
Wow.
So,
oh man.
And everything is Boulevard or Miller Lite or Coors Light. And I'd rather just drink this Mountain Dew than drink any of that stuff.
I mean, listen, I like Boulevard.
Yeah, Boulevard's good.
No, I'll have to choke that down tomorrow night. We're gonna go out to the Royals game tomorrow night, so I'll choke some of that down there. But I'm not paying for it. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
Well, listen, we've got Forefathers on with us this evening.
Hey.
A little over a year ago, these guys dropped the most bomb ass fire polo shirt for anybody that's into striping their lawn, right? Like my wife got this for me for Christmas last year, and I was stoked out of my mind when my kids and my wife were all like, open this one. I opened it up. I was like, oh, I got it. Put it on, wore it for the next 3 days straight. It smelled awful. Didn't take it off, slept in it. Drank like 4 bottles of whiskey over Christmas week, and probably smelled like trash, but listen, the thing's still kicking. I love this shirt. I do. So gentlemen, welcome, and we'd like to give you a chance to introduce yourselves, and then we'd love to hear about the company and the shirts, and where you're coming up with the ideas, and what you were doing before you started making shirts. Is it a part-time thing? Is it full-time? We want to get into all of it, so floor is yours.
Yeah, no, appreciate you guys having us. My name's Nick Scrivens. I reside up in Frisco, Texas. Yeah. Anybody a Texan? Yep.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm not too far from there.
Yeah,
Cody is. I'm originally from Arlington.
There you go.
Yeah.
Stranger in the house.
So I was born and raised in Maryland. Went to school in Philly. Lived in Brooklyn for about 5 years. Been in Texas for about going on here on my 10th year in September. Got married 4 years ago. bought a house, have a 20-month-old and a 2-month-old. I have a full-time job in cybersecurity sales. We've been doing Forefathers for about a year and a half. My life is the fucking circus. We'll definitely get into some of the details regarding not only Turf Dad, but some of the other polos and designs. So again, thanks guys for having us. We're truly grateful for the opportunity to be on your platform.
Yeah, welcome, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jake, I've seen you online before, man.
You've seen me online?
I've seen you online before, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Jake Sellier. I'm in Gaithersburg, Maryland. So like Nick said, we grew up together. We went to the same high school, played all the sports together. Got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And like Nick, my life is a circus. Gosh, where to start with Forefather? Actually, where I'll start is I'm not wearing anything underneath either. I'm glad that's not a requirement.
Perfect.
Actually, it's just camo shorts.
There you go.
But yeah, so I don't know where to start. I mean, I guess a little history about Forefathers. So I actually have another Instagram account called Do Less Dad. I started that when my oldest son was, he was like not even a year old. And it was my first Halloween with a kid. And we were invited to like a kid's Halloween party. And I was like, this is crazy. This is so new to me. And I was like, I got to do something epic. And I couldn't think of anything. And it finally dawned on me that I was like, I'm a dad. I got to be like just totally over the top dad. So I wasn't as bald as I am now, so it would have been as funny then, but I actually had hair. But what I did is I shaved it down to like the prior tuck hair. I rocked a turtleneck with a #1 dad shirt. I rocked a fanny pack and some like bleach white jeans and some New Balances. And I'm like, I'm going to be that dad. I'm just going to be that generic dad. And I got my kid now. So I went to the party and people were like, that's super funny. And I was like, I think I got something here. So 6 years ago, I created this account, and it's all about just highlighting the comedy of being a parent. I know a lot of you guys are parents, and you know, it's just the craze right now, right? It's dad humor is just, it's high comedy. So I've been doing that for like 6 years. I was able to create a decent audience. You know, I've got a little over 100,000 followers now. And, you know, I think you guys can probably all relate to this, but my wife at one point was like, what are you going to do with this, man? Like, you take so much, you spend so much time with this. Like,
I hear that every day.
Never ends.
What's the end goal here, honey?
Yeah, what's the end goal, right? So I was like, I don't know, honey. I was like, I have fun doing it. It was always kind of a creative outlet. You know, I got paid for some ads here and there, but I never really wanted to compromise my content for just selling out and just doing ads. So
take the fun out of it.
The merchandise game, like it never really was a thing for me. I was like, I don't want to put my ugly face on a coffee mug. I don't want to put it on sweatshirts. That works for some people.
You can definitely put that mustache on a coffee mug.
That's true.
True. Like an actual mustache.
Like the
actual synthetic mustache.
The handle is the mustache.
That would be that. Now you're
Probably nice. Yeah.
Where were you when this conversation?
I had a mustache, so I know it, man. Just wait till March rolls around. I'll get it back.
Yeah, there you go.
Mustache March.
Yeah, every time I shave my beard off and just have a mustache, I have it for about an hour because then I get threatened with ongoing chastity issues. So. I'm like, all right, fine. Like, shave the mustache off.
Didn't Prince write a song about that? Something control. Someone got it. That's good. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all good. I could go on and on mustache tangents, so I love it. But yeah, I got to a point where I was like, dude, I don't want to do merchandise. You know, like it's just not for me. So I kind of did some reflecting, and I was like, well, what, like I got this audience of dads. Like, what is it that they want? And I thought, you know, what they want is probably what I want. And what I wanted was something that represented me and what I love. And what I loved is being a dad. But I didn't feel like there was anything out there that I could, you know, passionately and proudly wear and wear comfortably. You know, like there just wasn't, that was just the gap. And, you know, I looked around and I saw the craze going on at the time was these golf companies that were putting flamingos and pineapples and beers on shirts. And I'm like, dude, I'm too old for that. Like, I would love to rock that. I really would, but like, I can't pull that off. I know some of you probably could, others, like, it's just not for me. But like, what I could pull off is a lawnmower shirt, you know? So I was like, you know what? I need some help with executing this. I think I've got a good idea here. And that's where Nick came in the picture. I knew he just had a daughter. I knew he was a people person. We were good friends. He's a competitor. He's got this, you know, great network. He's got this great vibe about him. I gave him a call last March just to kind of catch up and sort of just pitch this idea. That conversation turned in, you know, to how's your family, to a 2-hour conversation about where this idea could go. And I don't think we've stopped talking for that amount of time every day since then. So it just evolved and it just snowflaked. But Nick, maybe you can take it from there about that conversation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Right. So you look at the last 2.5 years, COVID has impacted us all differently, some negative, some positively. Truth be told, I'm proud to say that it's impacted myself individually and collectively as a family man, positive. I've been hands-on with my child. I've been seeing my daughter, now son, grow. I've been able to learn the necessary skill set to change diapers, warm bottles, put my children down for naps at bedtime, play with them during the day. Again, I'm just cybersecurity sales, but I do know that this was an opportunity that I had that my dad, my granddaddy, my granddaddy's granddaddy never had, because they were 6 a.m. out the door, 7 p.m. warming up some food out of the fridge. And they never saw their kids. And that was just the way of life, right? I mean, the cliche line was, you know, dad's bringing home the bacon, therefore mom's got to be with the kids. And I think the narrative of the persona of what it means to be the do-it-all dad is changing in front of our eyes. And I think you guys are all representation of that. You know, you guys all formulated this group based off your passion for lawn, but I've done my analysis on each and every one of you. You guys integrate your family more than your lawns, but what's more apparent is the prioritization on how you guys can really capture everything it means to take care of a home and a family. And you guys encompass all the virtues and values of Forefather. So one, we're grateful to be on your platform because the alignment is very easy here. But when we started Forefathers, it was to celebrate the do-it-all dad. And our clothing representation, not only in the lawn, but what you guys are wearing, Beer Me, Gone Fishing, Meat Sweats, Turf Dad, Green Thumb. These were just hobbies of what dads do to take care of a house. And when you look around in your closet or you go to your retail stores, sure, you put your thumb and your index finger and you start rolling your fingers. Oh, that's a really nice product. And, oh, I would like that. But why would you buy it? Why would you wear it? And our concept was to treat our, you know, silly how it sounds, but I think you guys will get the analogy of, we wanted to be the uniform of the do-it-all dad, representation of who you are truly to the core. So we started in March. Man, it took 10 months to get product. This was over 27 manufacturers, you know, 30, 40 different samples. Jake and I doing live streams of, you know, oh, is it too tight on the arms? Oh, we need the room for the dad bod. And we had this like girl who's our technician with measurements, you know, oh, turn around again. We're like, what? You know, and it's like, you get you get really silly. And this was an industry we knew nothing about. And I want to be very clear about that. We knew nothing, and we probably still only know a small fraction of the overall pie that encompasses on how to start an apparel company. But what we truly believed we had was a mission. And I think when you read all the entrepreneur books or how companies succeed, is what was their mission? Our goal, and to the core of Forefathers, is to utilize and leverage apparel to build a community of dads from all over the world, to bring them together, to bring dads alike, soon to be dads, granddaddies together, guys and gals, or excuse me, guys that just have no idea what it means to be a dad. Because I've only been a dad for not even 2 years now, and I can tell you my life has flipped upside down and around and around and around. And it's an ongoing process of what you learn. And if we can do that through clothing, to be on platforms like this, to connect individuals that are really seeking information, I think at the end of the day, you guys have found a niche within your lawn community. I mean, just briefly, you guys were talking earlier about how this all started, right? I mean, I was shocked to learn that one of your wives was your biggest cheerleader. I mean, I'm trying to do everything in one night here. I'm like, babe, this is a work thing. So I'm trying to, try to get my cigar in, trying to drink some beer. But that's exactly it. Because when you can bring people together of an overarching theme, whether it be lawn, DIY, barbecue, fishing, etc., it's really unique. And I think that's what our goal is to do as many podcasts, interviews, just to kind of get the word out there that being a good dad, and especially a good husband, 1, is really challenging. 2, you're not alone. And 3, it's cool now. It's cool to be a hands-on dad, to really care about your family, put them first before yourself. I think by nature, human beings are selfish and really don't really want to give up their time. But in order to do that, what you guys all achieve with your yards and your families, I think you emulate what it really means to be a man for their family. So again, to kind of segue into the next portion of the question and also the conversation, I'll never forget Jake and I in October, we're making a short list. We're working with our designer. We're coming out with we have a portfolio of about 30 different designs. We have focus groups of family members, friends, and we're going back and forth. We're like, are we really going to do this? Like, I mean, we're going to put a lot of money down, man. Like we're put liens against our house, our mortgages, we're selling our college tuitions away. And, and I'm trying to convince Jake, I'm like, yo, we should really do this, man. We're really going to kill it. We got lightning in a bottle, man. And here we are making a short list of, let's come out with like 3 designs. That's all we can afford. Let's do it. About 3 hours later, probably about a fifth of whiskey each in, we decided to come out with 9 designs, which was out kicking our coverage. And I will be true. I want to be truthful to you guys. Turf Dad for the longest time was probably sitting at 15 of what to come out with. And then it snuck into like 13, and we kind of like tabled it because we looked around our own closets and we were just like, who really has a green shirt, man? Like, I don't think we should come out with a green shirt. It's going to be a flop. Only people wear green on St. Patty's Day.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we said. And then for I don't know what it was. And
whiskey, Nick. It was the whiskey. And
there you go.
And Turf Dad snuck in, and I'll never forget. We had 175 pre-orders, family and friends. November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving, I had about 40 boxes show up on my porch. My wife literally having divorce papers like right there, and was like, "Yo, if this doesn't work, we're done." And I'm like, "I get it." We sell everything. And we're like, Jake, just post it on your Instagram, man. We're going to kill it. Yeah, you have this following. They're going to love it, man. It's not your mustache or your bald head. It's a lawnmower. It's a steak. They're going to love it. We didn't make one sale for 2 weeks. And the tension in the house was real. It was a real thing.
Sure.
And next thing I know, I get a text from Jake on a Friday night. And he's like, hey, man, you see what was happening? I was like, what? Like, is the bank calling? I don't know. No, he's like, look at our store. And you started to see like,
Wow.
and I was like, oh my God, it's all Turf Dad. What the hell? What? Long story short, the first time we released, we sold out in 48 hours. And the next morning, I go up to my office in my computer and I have this one email, and I've saved it because this is a real thing. And the title is, "Hey Bloke." And I'm like, a bloke? What the hell's a bloke? He goes, "Hey bloke, I just want to, this is like Thomas from Australia. I just want to let you know that your meme got posted in our Facebook group. And I was just curious, do you guys ship to Australia?" I'm like looking around. I'm like, dude, I don't even know if we ship to Ohio right now. Yeah, I was like, we'll figure it out. So,
hey, by the way, how spot on is Nick's Australian accent?
Perfect. Real top notch there. Real top notch one.
And yeah, from there on, I can tell you it's propelled our business, but more importantly, it's introduced us to guys like yourselves who are truly passionate about what they do and what they take care of, not only their family, but obviously their lawn. So, I'll tell you another true story, be fully transparent. When COVID hit, it was my first house. I looked around. I was like, what the hell am I? I'm just a sales guy. Like, what am I going to do around my house? I got my wife and beer, and that's it. So I started doing all the things, taking care of the lawn, looking to how to do your grass, how to hang up mirrors. Like, that's how it basically started. And my next thing I know, my wife's like, I put this garden together, 2 raised gardens. She's like, "You're a green thumb." What? No, my thumbs are not green. No, she's like, "You're a green thumb." I had no idea what that terminology was. Call me a city guy, I don't know. But the long story short, became very passionate about taking care of my lawn, my outside, my inside of the house. And it truly has been such a cool roller coaster to learn and to be invested and focused on your guys' hobby and passion. It's only helped me be a better lawn care guy. So we're truly happy the whiskey hit when it did. Because we pulled the trigger on turf, and I'll leave it at that. You guys have been such a great supporter, so we're grateful.
Yeah, man. For myself, I forget. I don't remember where I saw the shirt the first time, but I remember seeing it, and I ran and showed my wife on my phone. I was like, "Look at this freaking awesome shirt!" And she's like, "Yeah, real cool, Brent. That's pretty cool." I was like, "I gotta have one of these." And I was like, on your website, I was trying to buy one, and it was like right in between. It was like right after that first order, like sold out, and it was like sold out. I was like, "Oh man." Sold out. But she was like, she knew I was like so hyped on it. So my wife was like just constantly like every week, right after like that Thanksgiving time, right? She was like every couple of days she was hopping on y'all's website. She's looking. She got a hold of one for me for Christmas last year. So I was like super psyched. And I will also say this real briefly. I have a side business as well in the golf industry. And this weekend I was down at the BMW Championship in Wilmington, and I saw not one, but 2 Turf Dad shirts at the BMW Championship in Wilmington on Friday alone. So, that's pretty cool. I saw a couple guys wearing them. I was like, all right, we got the Forefather shirt being repped at
that's really cool.
Major PGA event. So that was pretty rad.
Yeah, that blows us away. I mean, you guys probably all have your side hustles and even your main occupations, but like, I remember just seeing that first sale come through, and you're just blown away. You're like, damn. But the way it's resonated, it really is truly connecting us into a beautiful silo industry. So it's incredible what you do. I don't know, but if you guys have asked Olee, but yo, what do you do to your lawn, man? Like, what is that? Like, is that real grass?
Yeah, man, it's as real as this donut shirt. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I tried to get home today and cut it, and it goes to show you, like I spend a good bit of time with my little one, and I come popping in the door, and I thought, I'm gonna go out here. I need 2 hours. I'll get this striped up, and go jump on the show tonight. And she's like, Daddy, you're home. You ready to sit with me? And I'm like, oh. So I hung out with her for a little bit, and then had to go. And then it got dark. Didn't get to finish, so had to finish tomorrow. But yes, sir. Yeah, it's real. I'll fescue. It's real as it can be, and luckily it's alive in August, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. No, it's incredible, right? I mean, especially a few guys are probably down south. The heat wave is just incredible here, specifically in Texas. So I wonder how many times your guys' cities knock on your front door and say, there's no way you get that green grass without not draining our lakes and oceans.
I've got 2 letters in the mail already this summer from the city.
Yeah, just one time. Hand delivered.
I almost hand delivered.
All right, so we've actually got some people asking stuff in the chat, but I wanted to chime in real quick once I got this shirt. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I felt like when I went out, because I mean, this is a nice enough shirt to go out on dates with, right?
Oh yeah.
When I go out, I feel like I'm flexing on other dads, right? So it's like, we're the lawn care guys in the neighborhood. So on Saturday, we start up our lawnmowers nice and early, and everybody freaks out. And it's kind of the same thing when I'm out on my date, wearing this shirt. People are looking like, man, that guy's got a nice shirt. So,
business, dude.
Anyways, one question from of our live viewers here. I don't know if you guys sell kid sizes.
No, we don't yet.
Don't yet, okay.
And it may be confusing because from one of our manufacturers, so we're definitely in an exploratory phase, right? Because we've seen some success and we're trying to figure out, okay, what's next? And we're sort of in that R&D phase. And one of the things we're considering is kid sizes. I mean, after all, we're forefathers, and if you're a father, you got little ones, you gotta equip them. And so we reached out to our manufacturer, and they can handle making children's sizes. So we had some samples created, and they were sent to Nick, and they're too big for Nick's kids, so he sent them to me, and I immediately put them on my kids. And honestly, guys, it is one of the most humbling experiences for my kids to be like so fired up about Forefathers. And since the beginning, Dad, can I want a Forefather shirt? And I'm like, buddy, these are for adults. Like, these are for big boys. But we got these kids sizes, and they were so freaking fired up. I got it in them, and we were like, we gotta take some pictures. And I don't know if it was a bad idea or what, but we put it on our Instagram page, and immediately they sell kid sizes. Wait. Yeah, we posted it on Facebook somewhere, and people like legitimately got mad at us. They were like, it's Photoshop. They don't sell kid sizes. Someone's messing with us. And I'm like,
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, they were like, I was like, Nick, I think that was a bad idea. So no, unfortunately we don't sell kid sizes yet.
Yeah.
I would say that shows you there's a demand out there, man. That's awesome. Yeah. That's a really good response, to be honest. If you didn't get any controversy, you wouldn't know that. You'd know that people weren't. But man, I would love to get some matching shirts with my boys. They would go crazy. They're at that age now where everything I do is still really cool and interesting. They're not bored of me just yet. So soak in these few years where they can be difficult at times, but they can also be really endearing and before they get cynical.
My wife does that every Father's Day. That's what my wife has done since my kids are 9 and 6, and every Father's Day, my wife gets us all matching shirts. Now, a lot of times they're T-shirts with like goofy stuff on them. Like one year she got us Top Gun shirts because, listen, I grew up in the 80s, man. I love Top Gun. I used to watch Top Gun with my dad like almost every Saturday. You know, that was like our thing. We love watching Top Gun together. And so like she got like I had the Maverick shirt, my little one had like the Iceman shirt, you know, my other one had the Goose shirt. So it was like that was a cool one. She got, you know, there's one that was a beer one year, something about making pancakes one year, but they all like all these matching shirts. So she always does that. So that you know, it's out there. I think so.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
Brian brought us something. Again, one of the aspects that we strive for, right? It's how you're going to be different, but how are you also going to disrupt the apparel industry? And how are you going to be sticky? And our goal is to not, as Jake referenced, these pineapples and flamingos. I wear them on Saturdays when I go golfing with the boys, and I put them in the closet. And my wife distinctly knows when I'm going golfing based off the shirt because it's so loud.
Yeah.
We, you know, with, again, going back to the COVID aspect of things, we wanted to make our polos universal, where you could wear them on Zoom calls, you could wear them go and play golf, but you can go on date night, you can wear them with your buddies, you could wear them just having fun. I mean, I will say that I have gotten off 18 and come home and mowed the lawn in Turf Dad and just felt like the total badass. And was like, I just can't wait for a neighbor to be like, "Are you wearing a polo?" Be like, yeah, look at it. But again, it's breaking down those it's breaking down those barriers where, you know, I think with the type of material that we produce our polos, I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, they're very comfortable, right? I mean, they're this performance fit, which we spent a lot of time on focusing on what they were made in contrast of. So again, that versatility on how often and frequently you could wear them. They didn't just have to be something you went and played golf with, but yet could do all the activities around the house and events that you go to and celebrate with your family and friends.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A couple we have like a brainstorming going on in the live chat too. A couple of guys think it'd be cool to see other guys wearing these shirts on a calendar. Okay, so
like a firefighter calendar.
Well,
yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Olee doesn't wear pants. Olee doesn't wear pants when the nips up.
Neither does Justin the drunk lawn guy. So, you know.
We could just do
Mr.
May on his lawnmower with just a Forefather shirt on while he's riding around on there.
I'll say, yeah, we are open for suggestions, gentlemen and ladies out there in the chat. We will not say no to anything, and that's the beauty of what we're trying to achieve. Is, you know, again, we're using clothing as a vehicle to bring people together and build a community. So what the people want, the people will get. And I think that aspect with kids is huge. But I will say this, and Jake didn't even touch on it. We've done in Texas, I've done a few of these local shows. Jake and I participated in one golf show. I've done some local festivals here for our, you know, cities and towns. And I'll tell you, the women just get, it's like a conversation, you know, it's coming. They come in packs and they just make their way to you. It's like, why is it just for fathers? Why is it not for women too? And you try to just like tell them like a year and a half worth of data. It's like, lady, we're gonna get there. But we're not even a year old yet. And I
had a woman legitimately yell at me.
Yeah. I was right there. I just stepped away in the shadows.
Nick was right there. She walked by and she was like, "Forefather, where's the mom gear?" And I'm like, that's not our company, lady.
Right. Yeah.
Like, well, sexist. And I was like, oh,
God. It's like, don't you guys already have your brands? You guys already have your brands, but that's what's so cool is like, when was the first time you could actually look at a brand, whether it be Under Armour, Nike, Patagonia, Columbia, but like, where was the brand for the dad? And you know, and that's what where we're trying to disrupt is that being a good dad is the new cool. And I'll probably say it 3 more times, so I don't want to be repetitive because I'm telling you guys I'll say it. But it's so awesome what's happening. Things like this and what you guys all do collectively, but also individually, because you know, everybody on this feed and you guys all know each other. You guys all really take care of yourselves and your family, which is beautiful. And we're just trying to capture that and put it on clothes.
Yeah, man.
So when is the zero turn striped shirt coming out instead of the push mower? We need a zero.
The professional.
the Turf 2.0. Maybe soon.
You know, it'd be really funny on this because there's a lot of you guys. If we showed you our first deck of what Turf Dad was, but then also the other mock-ups that we had, I would be interested in what you would say because
it evolved for sure.
not only the diagrams and graphics evolved, but we actually didn't want to come out with the green. Like I stressed this earlier, we didn't want to come out with the green shirts. We're like, yo, that never will do good. So we wanted to come out with something we called Moglow, and it was like a sunset. It started out like yellow, went orange, and then all the way down it became black. And we saw it with like black pants, black shorts. I don't know why actually that never came out, but Turf Dad did, and we have a lot of things in the works. And going back to the question about children and children's clothes, I will say what's further along the docket, based off your guys' recommendations, reaching out, which we're grateful for, is those UV long sleeve hoodies to protect you guys on the lawnmower. We feel as if there's a big gap and an opportunity to not only wear that mowing the lawn, but at the beach while you're fishing, or just
everybody
loves
everybody loves a good long sleeve fishing shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have one, like I'm surprised because they're so versatile. I mean, if you don't have like a hook shirt hanging around or something like that, like I'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Because like they're great for being outside, and even if you fish or you don't fish, you know, they're great.
Yeah, I will try to flip the script, and I'm not trying to sabotage the podcast, but I am interested to hear a little bit about what drew you guys to your lawn. Was that something instilled to you at a very young age from how he takes around his daughter? That's something you see in his stories and his.
Yeah, I think for most of us, if I remember correctly, we kind of started younger. You know, we would mow we see our dads mowing or something like that, and we get out there, and it's finally our turn to use the mower. And then time goes on, and we don't have yards, and then now we buy our first homes or our second homes or third homes or whatever they may be, and then all of a sudden that spark has kind of started again for most of us in lawn care. A year and a half ago, most of us had no idea about this lawn community going around on Instagram. All of a sudden we found ourselves, we have our personal accounts and we start posting about lawns, and people are like, oh, I'm so tired of seeing your lawn. I want to see this and this. So then we go create our separate accounts just for lawns. A lot of other guys do that too that we've talked to that have viewers of our live cast here. And so, I think it just kind of started, and now it's like kind of competitive where you see all these other lawns, how nice they are, and you want to keep your lawn up so you can take pictures and post them on Instagram and obviously flex on the neighborhood of how good your lawn looks. So at least for me, I think most of the guys, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of that way too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, when I bought my house, I've been in my house for about 13 years now, and when I bought my house, like the lawn was not really great, but I was like, I want to have like a really badass lawn, like that'd be kind of cool. So I always started taking care of it, but I really started getting into it because kind of like you were talking about before, Nick, like what is a hobby or what's something that I can do for myself that's not taking me away from my kids. So when my kids were little, I worked nights. I was home all the time when they were babies. I stayed home with them. My wife was at work, and then we'd kind of like high five each other on the way out the door. When she came home, like 4:00, I left. She came home. And so it was like, I kind of got more into it. I think it was kind of two things. The first thing being that I wanted to find something that was like kind of that I could get more into around the house, that I could still have like time for myself, and needing that time for myself as kind of like a form of therapy for PTSD. And, just being like, hey, I need something where I can kind of like have some quiet time, be in my own head, work through my own shit, and, kind of, focus on, giving life to something after, dealing with, so much bullshit and destruction and death and, you know, everything else. So it's kind of, it was, for me, it was like kind of multi-pronged, but being able to have something that's like, this is my hobby, this is my thing, and I'm not totally out of the house. Because I do like playing golf, but I mean, let's face it, it's like, I don't know, I was at the point, especially when my kids were little, where it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna go play golf, you know, Saturday and Sunday every weekend and be out of the house you know, on, you know, each day, be out of the house for, you know, what, 6 hours, 5 hours. Like, I don't know, it didn't really feel fair to my kids or my wife, for me. And I wanted to be home, I wanted to be involved, and you know, be there for the family. So it's kind of like you were saying, like that kind of like wanting to be home and like be an involved dad and be there with my kids. And, you know, lawn care kind of fit the bill for that, because it's like, I can have fun. This is my hobby. If I need to take a break because the kids are, you know, giving her a hard time, or I got 2 boys, you know, if they're fist fighting each other, like I can take a break, run inside. All right, let's calm it down here, fellas. You go to timeout. Let's smooth this over, and then go back and keep mowing, or go back and keep spraying, you know, do the thing.
So Brent, did your kids have the play school, like, you know, tiny little plastic?
Yeah, I've got pictures of of my kids like following me around, you know, like mowing right behind me and stuff like that. And you know, I just don't post pictures of my kids on my public Instagram for professional reasons, we'll say, because of what I do. But you know, I got tons of personal pictures, like on my personal Instagram and everything else. My kids follow me around with the little Tykes lawnmower and the bubble lawnmowers and all that stuff, man. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what it's all about, right? I got that bubble lawnmower, and just to see my daughter, even I don't even know she recognized that it's broken, and it's been broken for like 2 months, and I've gotten 2, and they both are broke. But she's passionate about it, man, and she sees me do it. And I'll put it to you this way: the year prior to having my first kid, my daughter, I played 85 rounds in 1 year. Had my daughter, I played 36. Last year I had 8 rounds, and it wasn't because I didn't want to be out there. It was just because I couldn't justify being away from the family. And, you know, there's a lot of adjectives you could use, but I'll just be simple and just be like, that selfishness to justify 6 hours away, even though it is a Saturday. And this was typically what I would have been doing. It's just not who I want to be moving forward. And I think those sacrifices are real things that guys don't typically talk about, of what it really means to be a good dad. Is, you know, you can't put yourself first anymore, and you can't touch, feel, or see what you're doing. But you can in those photos that you just described. I know, as I have similar ones, and you're just like, damn, like that's my DNA out there giving a shit about my grass, and she has no idea about anything else in life, but she just sees her dad doing it. And I think those are the type of virtues and values that get instilled in kids at a very young age.
Yeah, I mean, we got guys in the live chat talking about taking care of their lawn, help them get clean, you know, saving money for BMX bikes in the 80s, you know. Listen, I'm with that. I was saving up money for BMX bikes all day long.
Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Next door. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was buying parts for my BMX bikes, man. The Haro and the GT Performer. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get the new pegs, you know. Get some money here. I gotta go mow a lawn.
You know, I'll jump in real quick. I'll say that, you know, when you guys launched your the lawn mowing shirt, that is probably the number one tagged or message I've got, like on Facebook, where people will send it to me, and you're the first person I thought of. You got to get this shirt. And I'm just like, you know, I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty badass, you know. And I mean, I bet you 20 some people, and it's people that have nothing to do with my Instagram lawn mowing. They just know everything. Like, I'll post very few on Facebook throughout the year, but it's those people that maybe I haven't talked to in 12 years from high school. And they're like, I saw this, and like, you're the first person I had to send to you and all this. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, it's pretty sweet, but
that is cool. Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about social media. I mean, it doesn't take a long time to go see what all the negative impact people will say and proclaim that, you know, being so visible to others outside. But what you just articulated was the beauty of it. You know, people you haven't talked to come out of the woodwork and just instantly think of you because they are checking on you. Yeah. They are intrigued because, you know, I don't want to, this is, you know, you're all podcast, but, you know, some people suck, you know, and they don't do much and they don't do anything in life. And they look to others for that type of outlet, and they see all the things that you guys encompass and are doing, not only for yourselves, your family, but your yards, your houses. And I imagine you get hit up not only just for the meme and our polo shirt, but people, when you see them at celebrations or bars or restaurants, they're like, oh shit, how's your yard? You know, like, it's very intriguing. It's very, it's a powerful thing, and it should be represented and celebrated. So keep doing it.
Yeah. So usually, speaking of lawns and stuff, we do a little segment here in just a second, but then after we do that, a lot of the guys in chat are kind of asking us what our opinions are of the shirts. And so I'd like for the Kotg crew to kind of give their opinions of the shirts and what they like, you know, how it fits and all that kind of stuff. But before we do that, we have a segment we call Kotg Lawn of the Week. And this is for folks that are out on Instagram and they use the hashtag Kotg Lawn of the Week. And they post pictures of their lawns, which are really starting to pop now with the fall and the cooler weather and all the rainstorms that are coming around. So it's really awesome to see these lawns that are just blossoming and getting better and better. So getting excited for that fall weather. So in your Instagram, for those that don't know about this yet, go into your post or a story. Nope, I said that wrong. Shoot, man, a reel. Post and a reel. Man, I wish we could edit these out. A post and a reel, and use the show us pictures of your lawn and use the hashtag Kotg Lawn of the Week. And we look for those posts, and we will throw them into the chat, show each other, hey man, look what I just saw. Hey, look, this just got posted, and we start voting on them and start debating about it. And for those people that win Kotg Lawn of the Week, they actually get their choice of NPK from Pro Pete fertilizer. They can also choose their other line, which is called Fossil, PHOSUL. You can find out more about that on fossil.com. But you get your choice. You get a 25-pound bag to throw down on your lawn and make it look even better. And so this week...
Well, before you go, Forefathers will throw in the winner this week, 2 polos of their choice.
Wow! Look at that.
Actually, we're having so much fun. Let's just make it 3. Let's make it 3 polos of their choice.
Hey.
Right, there we go.
Wow.
Hey guys, we need to re-debate this.
Someone's drinking that whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my lawn out there for the winter.
I'm on the light beer. Look
at that. I didn't realize you guys voted for me this week.
Yeah.
I just checked my Instagram messages. You guys are.
Hold on, I gotta make a post real quick.
The 3 to think about is going to be Turf Dad, the donut, and what is the other one? The taco shirt. What's it called?
Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. Yeah.
Those are the 3. Those are wicked.
And I will ask, because I know there's a live chat going and you guys are doing this, but for someone like myself, could you educate me on what makes a great lawn?
Well,
what is the criteria?
Right.
Yeah, what's the criteria?
You're gonna have to watch episodes 1 through 80.
Again?
Straight photogenetics, herb appeal,
the turf
thickness,
got to
color,
be as thick as that
stripes,
mustache.
Straight stripes.
Straight stripes.
No wavy, no crooked
wavy
ass
is good.
stripes. No, they're not good.
I like
so
them
no,
curvy. I like
no
them
offense
real
to
curvy.
to who we're about to announce as Kotg Lawn of the Week, but what if we took could we do so we do have a live chat going on right now. Could we do a couple of the shirts? Could we give it away? Like we'll draw some names to give away some of the folks in the live chat. See if they want one of the shirts. Maybe do one shirt for the Lawn of the Week, and then maybe do a drawing for the other 2. Maybe is that cool with you guys?
Hey, you're the world's your oyster right now. So
Okay.
All right.
Again, we're grateful to be on here. So let's get people participating, engaging. Yeah.
Awesome.
We got
There's only two things in the world that smell like oysters, and one of them's oysters.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody asked the second thing. Somebody
You're
asked
what?
what's the
Mrs.
second
Strike Life is
What's the second thing?
Upper lip.
The second thing.
Hey, how many Mountain Dews have you had?
This is just me normal.
This is him on the road.
He's regular, as they
He's
say.
in Kansas. Anything happens in
That's
Kansas,
right.
man.
All right, so let's do this. Let's say if you're interested in a Forefather shirt giveaway, just type Forefathers into the chat. Brian will start working on putting down together a wheel. We'll draw a couple names here later in the show to do a couple shirts. I also heard that you guys are doing a KOTG 25% discount coupon or discount code for us tonight for everybody listening in or what have you.
Absolutely.
How does that work? How long is that throughout the show now, or is that through midnight tonight? What's that?
No. You know, we'll do one better than that. We'll go all the way until Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
You and your
All
guys'
right.
fans. All right.
Very cool.
And I will say this though, we haven't released it, like we haven't broadcasted it, but it is on our website because we got to make sure things. This is not our first job, so a lot of things got to get ironed out. We just revised our pizza night, which is a whole new color and feel. Enhanced our DIY. We are now in the next week. What you'll see before Labor Day is our first button down called "Oh Behave." So that is for the ladies, for their, as Jake always describes, as the Chili's night, taking your wife out on Tuesday, and then what else?
Texas Roadhouse for us.
Yeah. Hey, those are great rolls, by the way. Great rolls. Best rolls in the business. And then we're also releasing 3 hats. That are new releases. So we hope that your guys' audiences really resonates with that. It's been a tremendous journey, but for your fans and followers, we're just grateful for the opportunity to give them that type of access.
Well, thanks a lot. I mean, you got a good amount of people watching right now.
50,
we got 58 folks watching right now, which is pretty cool. And we'll get another whole bunch of views here in the next couple days, and then depending on what my work schedule's like, I've got to get a whole bunch of podcast episodes pushed out. I got some ready to post, but I'm a couple of weeks behind, but we'll get the podcast up here in another couple of weeks and get those listens on. So I'll try to get that up before Labor Day so people can utilize that code. We'll even get more aggressive for the 58 followers that are participating right now. If they buy more than one polo, hit Forefathers up on Instagram. We'll give you guys 35% off.
Oh,
all right. Only for the 58 followers. So that will be good. That's only good until midnight tonight for those folks that want to purchase. All right.
Wow. Taking down most of their names, you'll know who they are.
Well, they got to purchase tonight. They got to purchase tonight.
Who's watching.
I do want to point out before Forefather started blasting through the live chat, the word here. Nate's wife did comment and gave the old hand to the head emoji, so she's listening.
Oysters.
She's 3 hours away, so it's all good.
It's all right. Just got your phone number.
She'll be 3 inches away when you get home, pal.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Remember, he can't read a tape measure.
That's my best reel I've ever had.
All right, so everybody in everybody who is in the chat, everybody that's on with us live, it's shopforefathers.com. I'm sharing my screen here for you so you can get a feel for their site. So we got pop-up 10%.
That handsome guy.
Elevating Dad apparel. There we go.
There it is.
There's that handsome guy again.
That handsome devil.
Hey, what is your guys' number one bestseller? Is it Turf Dad?
It's Turf.
It's not even a question.
It's so crazy you guys almost didn't release it too.
We know.
Funny how things work out. Oh man. Yeah,
you know,
that's just so awesome. I'm so glad you guys did. It's a great shirt, man.
It's the funny enough is like we came out with 2 golf shirts and we're like, okay, those are green. We don't need any other green ones. And we're like, yo, we're gonna kill it with DIY. We're gonna kill it with date night. No, that's not what
my wife questioned me when I first got the Turf Dad shirt. She was like, oh man, that's kind of loud. You know, we were supposed to wear polos at work. Technically, I don't always wear polos, but you know, and so I'm always looking for, it's always a golf shirt, some generic, you know, different colored stripes or something, you know, and the Turf Dad was just so, it was so me, but the green made it stand out. I swear I get so many compliments whenever I wear that. That's like the only shirt that people will stop and say, hey, where did you get that shirt? Because it is a little bit louder than your normal shirt. But I think what's really cool about your guys' whole lineup of shirts is it's not ironic. You know, like most dad stuff is ironic and it's funny and I love it. I appreciate it. I get it. Reminds me of my dad and myself at times. But your guys' shirts take fatherhood and kind of show the level of respect that I think the modern dad appreciates. You know, all of us being new fathers, our generation, you know, we all in one way or another can relate to one of the designs, and they're not obnoxious. They're not too loud. They look great. And I think that's what really is unique about you guys is it's a real honest, sure, not ironic, not, you know, New Balances and tall white socks, you know, it's stuff that I would actually wear, you know, on a date night, you know, or to work.
And you're right, Bill, like the amount of compliments I've gotten in the shirt, because like I said, I'm in the golf industry, you know, for like my side hustle, I got a business. And, you know, I'm always at, you know, high-end country clubs all over New York and New Jersey. So I have a ton of polo shirts that, you know, a lot of those clubs will give me the, you know, I got a ton of really good, you know, G4 shirts. I got a ton of good Grayson shirts. But the one that I've gotten the most compliments on, like just, you know, day to day, whether I'm wearing it to my normal job or playing golf or going to meetings at country clubs, I've gotten the most like compliments on this shirt over like, you know, whatever, any of the $150 to $200 like Grayson shirts, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of one of those things. It's like that. What is that shirt? That thing's awesome. I'm like, you know, mowing, bro.
I like the one
mowing.
with the
it gets right here, you know, right here on the collar, which I think this is a nice little touch. You know, for us, we're getting ready to venture into apparel ourselves. We've been doing a lot, like you were saying, a lot of samples and doing a lot of other stuff. We're working on a couple of apparel items for our company, and you know, these little details like that, that's the same type of thing that we're looking at. So I liked the Forefathers logo, the FF on the collar. I think that's a nice, real nice subtle touch.
Yeah. Well, Brent, you said it earlier on in the podcast. I guess when you were down at the golf tournament and you saw 2 other guys wearing a turf. Nick and I, one of our early conversations when we were tackling this whole project was and I think Nick even mentioned it earlier on the call too, is we really want these shirts to be uniforms for dad. And the idea of a couple dads walking past each other and being like, what you got on there? You know, like what's that represent? That's what
I recognize that shirt.
Like, you know, that kind of represents that. I'm representing that, like high five, you know, like that. We said at the beginning of this whole project, that would just encapsulate our mission. You know, dads on the golf course, and it doesn't have to be at the golf course, but at the time when we were trying to launch this thing, we were starting off as kind of the golf apparel line, was a dad being like a fourth on a foursome and not knowing the other 3 dads and joining this group and being like, I don't know any of these guys. And 2 of them being able to just understand that they have this in common and starting a conversation, being able to have similarities that they can talk about and learn from each other. And that's what it all comes back to. It's just a community of dads just learning from one another, and that's what it's all about. So
yeah, because you know, 70% of golfers show up to a tee time not even knowing their complete foursome. So our goal was to empower our consumer to say our mission in their own words, right? Anybody can be like, hey, that's a cool shirt. Where'd you get it? I got it at Grayson. I got it at Peter Millar. I got it at Roback. Oh, I'm going to go check it out. That's great. But, oh, where'd you get that? Forefathers. You quickly, psychology, you quickly assume that this dude's a father and he's proud of it because he's rocking a brand that represents it. And I think that's the uniqueness that we're trying to provide back to the consumer, is that, go play golf, wear our polos, and get in organic, awesome conversations about your family. So again, you guys brought up a really cool idea in my head when you're talking about, I get all these compliments. We should actually start to show you the confusion that the Turf Dad shows people on Facebook. They were like, I didn't know. Yeah, is that a hatchet? Is that is that somebody flicking them off where the pocket should be?
My wife didn't know what it was either. I saw it right away. I'm not a Rorschach test expert here, but I was like, that's a drone shot of a guy mowing his lawn right there. I've seen tons of those.
we should definitely post it, because it is like, honestly, because like now that we've been so like involved in this process, we're like, you're a fucking, it's like when someone tells you the FedEx arrow, it's between the D and the X. It's like, look at the arrow, like now you can't unsee it. And now I'm like, you're an idiot for not seeing it's a lawnmower right there. But we get like, because one of the things that we're bootstrapping, we go into the lawn communities that you guys all participate in, we post the meme, and then it becomes viral, and you start to see these comments, and you're just like, this person had no idea what this was. They're like, why is this posted in a lawn care group? And you're just like,
I sometimes want to tell the administrator. I want to like have them out.
You have an imposter among you.
Understand that is a bird's eye view of stripes.
Yeah.
Get 'em out of here.
Yeah. We give you 3 close-ups to it. I mean, God.
Right. Jeez. That's awesome.
Hey guys, we actually never announced Lawn of the Week.
I know we didn't do that.
This is true.
Just got so excited and talking, and so to announce who the Lawn of the Week is and who gets to actually get one of these cool shirts for being Lawn of the Week, Olee and Pat of, what we say, Hooked Outdoors.
Hooked Outdoors.
So Hooked Outdoors is our Lawn of the Week winner. Look at that.
Woo.
That's what makes a nice lawn right there.
That looks exactly like my lawn.
Is
I wish.
that you next door? You get the stripes kind of flowing into the.
We got a good relationship with John Pocock. We could probably get you a little Pro Pete too.
Yeah.
So I will say this, and this is actually more of a question. You guys focus strictly on the lawn, because only a few of you actually have like flowers or like really cool like Japanese maple trees like in your yard. Like, you guys are only strictly grass. Is that correct? Or
Grass equals ass.
and oyster smell, I guess.
Some of us have more square feet to work with, but I have aspirations. I'd love to start a garden and continue to work on the flower beds and trees and ornamentals and stuff. So the grass is like the showpiece, right? That's like the focus. That's the one you have to go out and mow every week or twice a week. Whereas the shrubs, the flowers and stuff, you kind of plant them, you water them, and they kind of do their thing. It's less of I view it's less labor intensive. It doesn't require as much love every week as your lawn does, which kind of opens you up for taking fun pictures and doing all that kind of stuff. You can't put designs into your rose bushes as easily as you can your lawn. So definitely the yard as a whole, everything complements each other. Some guys have beautiful curb appeal yards, and it's all a work in progress.
Yeah.
It's like the sexy muscle group, Nick. It's like you got to work out the biceps and chest.
Exactly. There you go.
Girls for the girls, and girls for the girls.
Traps.
So
I mean, like my wife pretty much takes care of the flower beds every spring, and she's in there like planting flowers and stuff. And my wife grows some amazing flowers. She's got probably about, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of I don't know, just ballpark figure, probably about 800 house plants in our house. That's her thing, is like the house plants, and she does a great job with them. And she's got some really unique plants and beautiful plants that she's in all these groups. So she does the outside, flowers and stuff. I have one little flower garden in the back, and I love lilies. So like my whole my little back garden that I take care of is like, it's all different kinds of lilies. So every once in a while I'll post pictures of those, because I do really love them. But yeah, for the most part, I'm like, I'm about the grass, but I also don't have irrigation. So you know, my grass doesn't look as great right now as a lot of other guys. Plus,
do you guys evaluate grass like in different like geographically, like for example like Texas, Bermuda? Do you guys like, oh wait, you're in Michigan, like obviously during the summer you should have beautiful grass. Is there like a bar on where you are geographically in North America of how you look at somebody's lawn, like, oh, you should have that?
Right now is your peak time.
You got cool season lawns, you got warm season lawns, and they have what they call like the transitional zone. So I mean, you kind of, as you're going down, you know, the United States, you're gonna go from the cool season lawns, you get to like what, Tennessee and that kind of area, transitional. And then as you get down to Texas and all that, obviously that's all warm season.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely a difference, because like in the Midwest, I mean, Midwest in July, if you even have green in your lawn, you're doing good, you know.
And if you do, you're getting those hand submitted letters to your house.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
So another question that Jake and I had, and we wanted to come on the podcast. So, you know, if Drake is running rap, LeBron's running NBA, Tom Brady's running the NFL, Lionel Messi's running soccer, who's the maestro? Who's the guy on the pedestal? Who's got the baton in the lawn community?
Well, I think you could look at that a couple different ways. You could look at that and who has the absolute baddest lawn out there, or you could, you know, be like, who's the king of, you know, social media lawn care, right? I mean, you know, from our perspective, being in the, you know, kind of lawn care social media game at this point, you know, so it's kind of but that's a hard question. That's why we wanted to start the lawn of the week thing, is we had this idea to be like, it changes so often. It's like, you know, there's so many badass lawns out there, and you're like, man, like this guy's lawn's crazy. Like, what? I'm the guy. I've said this before. I'm like, man, I'm the guy on the freaking podcast, and I'm like, man, this guy's lawn makes mine look like a, you know, freaking dumpster fire. You know what I mean? Like,
so I do have to say, shoot. My vote, and I've seen a lot of people in the chat already too, is Olee. Olee has the most recognizable lawn in the lawn community. If you see a picture of it, you know it's Olee's.
You know,
right?
it
you
is.
just know it's
100%.
Olee's. You know,
so good. Other people use it.
Yeah. Other companies like using.
People have even used it in their advertising inadvertently.
So that would be mine. I know there's a few other guys in the chat that said it too. So I would take my hat off to Olee that he's got one of the best looking lawns in the lawn community. So
yeah, I think it's like, you know, anybody with those enormous, expansive, like, you know, acres of turf grass, it's like the guys that are taking drone shots of those. I would say that, you know, in the lawn care kind of like world, and in the lawn care space, you know, people are like, oh man, yeah, everybody knows Olee's lawn. Like everybody knows it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference between taking care of like 2,000 square foot.
Sure.
I mean, this is going to probably piss some people off, but
no, that pissed me off already. I'm 2,000 square foot.
That's it. I quit.
Just saying,
like, don't say it, Nate.
Like 2,000 square foot. You know, I mean, it's a different ball game than 3 acres. Right. I mean, 100%. even you know, 5,000
equipment,
5,000 square foot versus 10,000 square foot. It's a different ball game. I mean, just the bigger you get. I mean, you're talking more expenses, you're talking more area for disease, you're talking more area for problems, you know what I mean? So it's just it's a completely different ball game. And to all your guys' points, is to do it on 3 acres is mind-blowing. I mean, fuck, I couldn't even afford the fertilizer for one application, you know, let alone a whole year. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's impressive, you know, definitely impressive to maintain that with color and stripes and everything you do. So I would definitely say, I remember like the first time like I saw Olee's lawn, I was showing other people, I'm like, holy shit, you know, check this out. And then I remember like the first time like we were all kind of getting together, and like I remember the first time like I'm like, this dude liked my shit. You know? and then like randomly Olee calls me on my cell phone. He's like, what up, dude? You know, and I'm like, you know, like, dude, this guy's calling me, you know. So,
the king called me,
and now, you know, and now
he wants to be on we're gonna start a show together.
And now we bunk up.
Friend now,
and now he listens to me snore when we get a hotel room together. You know,
you guys are bunk bed buddies and everything now.
I in my mind, I visually just saw like a evolution chart based off the square footage of the yard you have is like how many fish you kill. It's like 1,000 square foot is a goldfish, and then it's a salmon, and then like Olee's just killing all the whales. He's like he's watering every day. He's just
Moby
like, that's
Dick
what
over
here.
There you go. That's a good analogy right there.
The lines are crazy. Excuse me, the stripes are crazy that you guys are coming up with, and it's
good correction.
Awesome.
Good save.
Yeah, that was a good.
Liv said that Liv said we could have an absolutely incredible lawn, but then I have to remind Alex we need to buy groceries.
We gotta eat this week.
So is it kosher to like? Can Olee give a ballpark number of a yearly? Let's call it a ballpark cost associated with taking care of your lawn. Not equipment. Just fertilizer.
I don't have a number. And I don't.
I bet your wife does.
Right. You can't go on record.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things she don't know about. But I don't want to. I don't even want. A lot of people ask me that. I was like, nope. I don't even want to add it up. I mean, normally you're grabbing about 15, 16 bags to make an app. You just don't want to add it up. And I don't have a number. It would probably be sickening, and I'd probably give up, because I will tell you, the first year that I seeded this place, I went and bought grass seed, and the guy said, you need 16 bags. I was like, I'll take 8. And I went and done what I could do with it. And then the second year, it was time to overseed, and it was looking killer, and got brown patch. And I was like, what the heck, brown patch, fungus? And the guy's like, yeah, you need to buy this. It's $400 a jug. And I'm like, I'm cutting the water off. So it all turned silver, that year. It all went dormant. And, now it's a whole nother ball game, because these things are important if you're going to keep it going. Like my goal is a full season to keep it healthy, keep it growing. Every year's, I've had a battle every year. It's either too much rain, not enough rain. It's either fungus, army worms. It's been some kind of problem every year to where I haven't made it a complete year. And this year is looking very good at this moment right now.
Yeah, you're on pace for it this year, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's just it's just a learning experience, a goal. I love it. So heck, I had the lawnmower before I even had the yard. About the lawnmower. That's how much I dreamed of having a yard.
Olee, what's your background? I mean,
I'm a diesel mechanic.
Professionally?
No, sir, I'm a diesel mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the reason I like the shirt with the check engine lights and all, and it's pretty cool to wear it out to dinner. And everybody's like, "Nice shirt." Like, yeah, you see the check engine lights? They're like, "Hell no, what check engine light? Yeah, look at that check engine light."
Yeah, it's a check engine light called Powered by Poole. Thanks.
I will say that one of the Olee's, one of your posts and stories that I showed my friends who have no interest in lawns, but yet were captivated by your post, were the fucking beetles. Like you were taking bags of beetles. Like what in the world was that?
Well, see, those beetles, the Japanese beetles, yeah, they lay eggs that turn into grubs, which eat the roots, and it just keeps turning into a snowball effect. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to stop as many as I could, and that's the reason I was putting them in the Ziplocs and then tossing them in the sun for a little bit, and they were done.
And Miss Popcorn.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the next Forefather shirt, right?
Just straight grass.
We'll call that one seedlings.
Seedlings, yeah.
No oysters needed.
I mean, those were gallon bags, right? Like those were like straight up like
gallon Ziploc bags. I mean, it was crazy. I probably caught 2 5-gallon bucketfuls slam full. And from my research, every female will lay 40 to 60 eggs, I believe is what it was said. So could you imagine how much that would populate into next year? Not everyone's going to live and, all that, but I mean, that would just help. Like, we're concerned with our yard, our health of the turf, the roots, and Japanese beetles and grubs, are a problem. So if everybody was to catch a handful, just think about, how much it cut down.
Yeah, after this podcast, I'm gonna go out in my yard. I'm gonna go try to catch all the beetles.
It's probably too late now. I mean, the thing about it is wherever their mating, their mating window was, that's when all that was happening, because it was trapping them with a pheromone or a hormone or whatever. Yeah, boy.
So you guys are, I know we're kind of extending time, but I am questioning what you guys are called keep off the grass.
Right.
What is the number one and number two pet peeve of just like this motherfucker right here's on my grass? Like, what is it?
Dude,
Delivery guys.
Nate.
Delivery.
Bill's about to fire off.
Dude. So I know what Nate's gonna say, and I agree to that too. But the people walking their dogs. I love dogs. I love the neighborhood. It's such a great. They walk the dogs, but there's just the urine spots are coming, man. And I just don't pee on my yard, man. Go take your dog to your yard, piss on your own damn yard, or some other neighbor doesn't give a fuck. Stay off my yards. Keep off the grass, man. Because there's nothing you can do about a urine spot, man. That just pisses me off, man.
It's just dead.
Yeah, so that's me. That's mine. Keep off the fucking.
Yeah, Nate's his delivery guy. So those are your two.
Yeah, I mean, like when the delivery guys, there's a different. Like when you pull up and you see the yard, like it's not like boom, red flag. Like, hey, it's like if you have a really nice sports car that's all clean, would you go up and just, like, come on, like, yeah, like.
I really want to lick this guy's Porsche.
like common sense,
Are you not supposed to do that?
And I swear,
practically invitation.
I swear on the Bible, this year, like it is a calling that if I'm going to mow, the kids in my neighborhood are going to come over and play on the lawn 5 minutes after I get done. Mm-hmm. It has happened every single day this year. And like, I'm literally putting the mower away. I see all the kids running over and they're playing in the back. And I'm just like, God damn it, like, so yeah.
My kids ask me, like, after I mow, they're like, Dad, can we kick a soccer ball in the front yard? Did you take pictures for Instagram yet?
Yes. Did you get your pictures so we can go back out in the yard and play now, Dad?
Like, listen, I don't have the same amount of energy as Bill to like set up the camera and like tripods and all that stuff while I'm mowing. Like Bill's really good with that, and I'm like, all right, I don't have that much time, but I'm going to go out and enjoy this and just do it. So I don't set the cameras up, but I'm always like, all right, I got to make sure I get my pictures. I'm like, yo guys, no, not yet.
Yep.
Let me get this picture for Instagram.
So I have one of the companies, when they come and fertilize your yard, they stick their sign in the yard. I had saved one, just like put my sticker over the top of it. So whenever I fertilize, I actually do that, just kind of let people know. But awesome. I will admit that I have done that just randomly, because I don't want people on off.
I totally see you guys getting together like once a week and sharing these stories. And after each person shares their story, you all repeat like, keep off the grass.
Yeah.
When the live show's over, that's what we do.
Yeah,
just let it all out.
Hang around for a couple extra minutes afterwards.
So also speaking of keep off the grass, a lot of people in the live chats thinks that your next biggest selling shirt would be with keep off the grass logos all over it. So just putting it out there.
Market.
Yeah.
Well, Brent already kind of touched on, you guys are coming out with your own apparel. I guess you guys have
we do have some shirts,
my golf company is we're doing apparel from my golf company. We do have like some t-shirts and stuff. And Kotg actually came up, anybody that's listening, Kotg came up with a fire design, like the best design yet. I cannot wait to get that t-shirt. We do. I mean, we sell some t-shirts. We got t-shirts and mugs, and Nate's wife has Kotg leggings. She's got some yoga pants,
hoodies and stuff. So
my wife refused to wear them.
I don't know if you guys mention this often or if you do it individually, but you guys have mentioned your wives periodically throughout this whole podcast, and I imagine you do it on since 1 through 81 podcasts as well. It's remarkable. So for all the ladies listening, Truly, the fact that you guys really cheer on your husbands to do this, it's
Yes.
great to hear. It's great to hear.
Thanks, honey.
It's awesome. So don't ever forget not to thank the ladies, because they are 75% of our buyers. So ladies out there,
Yeah.
no, it is awesome to see, and I'm surprised you guys didn't say, because I thought, going back to my last question, it was when like your neighbors have like the parties and like their friends come over and they they veer off the road and they park on your lawn.
That would be.
That
hasn't happened, but oof, that would be bad.
Keep up.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I know. I could say like not like when we go out in public or we get together with friends and stuff like that. I know my wife just rolls the shit out of her eyes when people ask about the lawn. You know, it's just, you know, like
Don't
like
get them started.
Yeah, the dads will be like, "Hey, come here and look at this," or like, "Hey, look, I want to show you this picture. What can I do about this?" And she's just like, "Oh God, here we go." You know, and it can be at a restaurant, it can be anywhere, and it happens. You know, and it's just funny because I'm like, "Yep, here we go." Like I'll spend the next half hour talking about it. She's just like, and then she's in the chat.
It's so
I'm sure
true. It's so true.
she's gonna comment here in a second because she's in the chat. Oh, there it is.
Every time.
That's awesome.
All right, so we took down some names earlier with the will for some giveaways for a couple shirts. Let's go ahead and jump over to that real quick. So we had 44 people in their names to get a Forefather shirt. Got you guys' logo right there in the middle and all that good stuff. So,
get it.
All right, as usual, I'll shuffle it 3 times.
Steel
how
cut
much whiskey have I had?
Yeah, steel cut lawn, KC lawn. There you go. Someone's in KC. Matthew Kahn, Frankie B. Frankie B sounds like he's from New Jersey. Yeah.
Jersey Shores.
Nick,
I'm in New Jersey. I'm not originally from New Jersey. I'm Texan, but I'm here.
Did you call out drunk lawn guy?
Drunk lawn
there's
guy.
a drunk lawn guy. Yeah.
You guys got to follow him. You guys don't. You got to follow him on Instagram.
President.
He's our president. Yeah,
he's president of Lawn of the Week.
I don't know why he's gonna win. I don't know why he would want to win a shirt because he goes without his shirt.
He never
doesn't
wears
wear
a
a shirt.
He wears a shirt to work, and when he wears a shirt to work, it's got to be fluorescent yellow. So
813 King. I'm rooting for you. Crazy about grass. Rooting for you too. Oakley, not Olee, but Oakley Misner. Bearded lawn dude. No you. Lawn radius. There you go. There's a nice one. Yeah.
All right, and here we go. This is for the first shirt of your choice. Here we go.
Wait, we said 2. We said 2.
Yep.
Shit, bro.
Oh,
all right.
Congratulations, Papa.
Papa Mo's low.
Papa's the guy. He was actually just asking. He's like, so what do I need to do for that additional percentage off on Instagram? Just shoot him a message. So now you don't even have to, brother.
He'll still buy some of them.
Yeah, he will.
Or his kids will buy it for him.
He's a good dude. You know, like you guys are talking about, you know, guys, you know, generational dads and stuff like that. And he's a guy that, you know, he's a grandfather, got into lawn care, like, and he's you know all into it now. And,
followed us since day one.
You know, great guy. He's been on the show with us. Yeah,
We'll change that polo game real quick.
Yeah,
that was after our weight loss challenge.
Yeah, we did it.
Didn't he win?
Champion. Yeah, it's champion.
Champion of the KOTG weight loss challenge that we did earlier this year.
Yep.
Good for you guys. That sounds awesome.
I need to jump on that program.
It was really good, man. We had a lot of folks that really enjoyed it, a lot of participation, and I lost some weight. I've gained about half of it back, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I just keep saying kids. I just keep saying kids. But hey, so you guys can spin that again for 2 more Forefathers if you guys want.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got one to give away too that I did on my Instagram. So we'll talk about that when we're done with these.
All right.
All right, so let me share my screen again.
I mean, like, I imagine everybody is below 45, and if you're not, I feel, like, no offense, but I feel like everybody grew up with like Price is Right, Bob Barker, and I just love that wheel. So let's keep that thing spinning.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
Olee, you got your music?
We are going to cut it off after at some point.
Yeah, right. Can't do it all night long. All right, so I'll shuffle it 3 more times here. 1, 2, 3.
Killer wheel tunes
yeah.
too,
Second
Brian.
one.
Olee's got,
I'm trying-
got sound bites.
I'm
We
trying to
forgot
get
about
it not
those.
copyrighted and stuff. So
I hope a wife.
Like
I hope
it.
a wife wins this one. I hope a wife wins this one.
all right, here we go.
Oh, the grass.
Hey, there you
Hey,
go.
long radius.
Right.
On radius. Congrats.
Another good friend of ours, long time
Yeah.
watcher,
Listen.
listener, interactor.
Awesome.
AOTG
Congrats.
on the weekly.
All right, we'll do the one more and then we'll do Brent's. So here we go for the last one.
I just love the music.
I know, right?
All right.
I feel like
we
someone
go.
should be rapping on that.
Crazy about grass.
All right.
All
Oh,
right.
Rob. Another good one there. All right, so
I'm gonna
Brandon,
have
you
to
want
use that in a reel. That audio, that song is too good not to find a way to put that in a video.
Did you record it, Bill?
I'm gonna look it up later, man. I'm gonna get my Shazam out and try to see if I can find it.
all right, Brent. So what do you got going on? What do you got?
All right. So I went ahead and I'm going to give away the shirt that you guys were kind enough to send to me. You guys sent me out a Turf Dad shirt, and I have one already. So I'm going to pass that along to somebody else. So what I did is this morning, took a couple pictures and told everybody, follow Forefathers, follow KOTG, follow me, tag a couple friends, get the word out. And so I have a wheel of names myself. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll send that out to whoever wins because, I have a shirt. Let's pass it along to somebody else. So I'm going to go ahead
I
and
need it
share.
for date night.
I'm going to share my screen. Somebody else can do their thing here. So let's see. These are all the entries from my Instagram giveaway that I posted this morning. So we got 22 on here.
Hopefully you got some music.
Let's see who goes.
You want the
I told it to play.
Jeopardy?
Play it.
There
Too
it
late.
is.
All right. Land.Dennis.
Congratulations, brother.
So
Congrats.
I'm going to shoot him a message. I don't think he's in the chat. But yeah. So
Awesome.
let me
Congrats.
do that.
I was checking out your tabs that you had open to see if you had any more date night ideas.
No.
On a previous show, Brandon pulled up his screen. He had like 50 date ideas and stuff on one of his tabs. So we busted his balls on that.
148 romantic
Still.
date ideas. Yeah.
We have to close this down, but Jake actually was sponsored by Date Night Box on his channel. So
Hey.
just holler
Yo.
at Jake real quick.
Yeah, no, we're doing good this week for the dates. So on this date 20 years ago, I met my wife, and so I met her on a soccer field in college, and we 20 years ago. And so this evening, she was like, make sure you're home on time tonight. So I came home on time, and she was like, we're going across the street over to the elementary school to the soccer field, and we had a picnic, and that was a nice little thing tonight. And then we're going to go to a show. We're going to go to a show on Broadway tomorrow. So
right on, man.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, got some good ones this week. 2 good dates this week.
Cool.
Brent, I'm just recognizing you're tatted up from the feet up, or at least the nips up. Are you are you a veteran?
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right.
No.
All right. So to round out the show, for those guys that did win on the Wheel of Names, keep off the grass your information. We'll get that over to Forefathers, and you guys let us know where to find you. You guys have a Forefathers. I think it's Shop Forefather at Shop Forefathers on Instagram. Do you guys have any other accounts or handles that people can find you on? Facebook, Twitter?
Yep, we're on Facebook and TikTok. We're at Shop Forefathers on TikTok. And then obviously our website is shopforefathers.com. I think that's it.
Awesome.
KOTG 25.
Yeah.
KOTG 25. Good till Labor Day. We just found out, so that's awesome.
And you got 20 minutes to do what, the 35%?
Yeah. So for those that are participating right now, you guys gotta just message us in our Shop Forefathers on Instagram, so we can identify you. And then because again, I think everybody participating on here, listening to us, we're grateful for. But you represent what we want to be, and it's family oriented. So absolutely.
Love it.
35% for the people in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Nobody watching a week from now.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Ends tonight.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your vision and what the company's all about, what led you to kind of do this thing and make some amazing shirts that people love. And we appreciate it. We're gonna hang around for a couple minutes after we stop going live. I won't hold you up too long, but I have something to ask you offline, and then a
little after show.
Yeah, we
talk about the good
couple guys hop on.
As long as Olee doesn't stand up, I'm good.
Yeah, I got something to ask you offline. So hang tight.
That's
for
a
about
paid
5 minutes.
membership.
My legs is tan. My legs is tan.
That's the paid members part. But we do want to give a shout out to all of our live chat viewers. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, joining us on this cool episode. I've seen a lot of people already say this is going to be one of their favorite episodes out of 82. So I want to thank Forefathers for coming on and making it one of their favorite shows out of the past 82 episodes. And with that, we will see you guys next week.
Go Hawks.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Zach.
Oh, no music.
Zach's got to lead us out here.
Can we get one in?
That's what she said.
I don't know if we'll have outro music, but we'll just gotta look for that live.